Hello, everyone. I'm back again. My name is Noah Bond, heir of Jehovah, Yeshua. Uh, I just wanted to come and read a couple more declarations and witness statements from the Torah and from the King James Bible. This is a reflection from King David, as the English knows it. And he's declaring the eternal faithfulness of Jehovah. Um, this is a wonderful chapter in the book. You should read it sometime for yourself. But I will be reading this to you and for you as a part two to my declaration of sovereignty and heirship of his covenant, this land, and thereof. Psalms 105, verse 1. O give thanks to Jehovah, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing songs to him, talk of all his wondrous works, glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those rejoice who seek the Lord and his strength, seek his face forevermore. Remember his marvelous works which he has done, his wonders and judgments of his mouth. Your O seed of Abraham, his servant, you children of Jacob, Jacob as you know it, his chosen ones. He is Jehovah our Elohim. His judgments are in all the earth. He remembers his covenant forever, the word which he commanded for 1,000 generations, the covenant which he made with Abraham, and his oath to Isaac, and confirmed to Jacob for a statute, to Israel an everlasting covenant, saying to you, I will give the land of Canaan as the allotment of your inheritance. When they were few in number, indeed very few, the strangers in it, when they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people, he permitted no one to do them wrong. Yes, he rebuked kings for their sakes, saying, do not touch my anointed ones, and do my prophets no harm. Moreover, he called for a famine in the land. He destroyed all the provision of bread. He sent a man before them, Joseph, who was sold as a slave. They hurt his feet with fetters. He was laid in irons until the time that his word came to pass. The word of Jehovah tested him. The king sent and released him. The ruler of the people let him go free. He made him lord of his house and ruler of all his possessions, to bind in his princes at his pleasure and teach his elders wisdom. Israel also came into Egypt, and Jacob dwelt in the land of Ham. He increased his people greatly and made them stronger than their enemies. He turned their heart to hate his people, to deal craftily with his servants. And I'm going to skip over to Isaiah chapter 66, verse 14. It says, when you see this, your heart shall rejoice and your bones shall flourish like grass. But it should translate and say like herb. A lot of these newer Bibles have took out words and replaced them. Grass is not the same thing as herb, and I'll show you that in Psalms. Psalms chapter 104 starting at verse 14, it says, He causes the grass to grow for cattle and vegetation, which vegetation should be herb as well, for the service of man, that he may bring forth food from the earth. Now we all know what vegetation is. That is the herbs, every herb of the field. And we can find that throughout the Bible. First of all, in Genesis chapter 1, it says that he made the herb and the fruit of the trees. He blessed us to eat it. See? But back to Isaiah chapter 66, verse 14. It says, When you see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like herb. The hand of the Lord shall be known to his servants, and his indignation to his enemies. For behold, Jehovah will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger and with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword Jehovah will judge all flesh, and the slain of Jehovah shall be many, those who sanctify themselves and purify themselves to go to the gardens after an idol in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, says Jehovah. So, as you see, I do not want to be an enemy of my Father. I do not want to be on the other side of his indignation. I would rather be on the favor side. So I choose to be obedient. And this is the reason for my declaration of sovereignty. Because if we do not decree and declare our sovereignty, and we continue on with his enemies, then we too suffer his indignation. But he's a merciful God, and he's a merciful Father. He shall forgive many of their sins and their trespasses and their transgressions, if their heart is willing. But this is a decree to me to inherit my wealth here on this land, the land that I dwell, the land that I was born. I decree and declare everything in it is mine. And me as a child of Jehovah, I am in a giving nature, so I will share. But I shall have a delegation over its subjects and products. So I make this declaration here this day. And this day is December 26, 2016. And I hope you guys blessed end of the year. Peace.